Hey guys, welcome to DevOps School. In this video tutorial, we are going to learn about Kubernetes. Kubernetes is developed by Google and it is an open source platform that automates container operations. It eliminates many of the manual processes involved in deploying and scaling containerized applications. After going through this tutorial, I promise you that the concept and understanding of the Kubernetes will be absolutely clear to you.
But before that, let me ask you a few things. Are you dreaming of a career with higher pay and more responsibilities? Or are you ready to take your skills to the next level this year? Then start investing in DevOps School certification level courses which will help you to emerge skills for a wide range of entry level roles and as well as higher potential future positions. But with thousands of courses online and in classroom worldwide, finding the right one for your career goals can be difficult. You can consider our courses like Agile Developer, Agile QA, DevOps Certified Professionals, Site Reliability Engineering, DevSecOps, and Masters in DevOps Engineering, where you will have access to well-structured, easy-to-follow course content that has been developed and will be delivered by industry professionals. You can join on our training programs globally through online platforms, and if you are looking for classroom workshops, then we have regular sessions available in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Delhi NCR, Mumbai, and
wiprodns.com I can set up in my laptop also. How? Anyone has idea? How can I set up? Anyone has idea? How can I set up?
I guess there's a host kind of file.
Yeah. So you can modify the host and wrong IP address, and next time when you hit the wiprog.com, it will hit to the local host only. So here it's not happening like that. So in the browser controls your behavior. So whenever you hit www.wiprog.com, it hit to the DNS automatically. ISP divert that communication request to the DNS server. Now the question is, what is a DNS server? See, wiprog.com is the human friendly name. Remember, a name which I can remember it, but I cannot remember. It's very difficult to remember. Let's say 10.5.4.33, like that. You see, you are using so far hundreds of websites, and our human brain is designed for remembering the names, not the digit. That is a problem. Okay, so name we remember easily than digit. So for that, what happens? We got the DNS server. So whenever we request wiprog.com, this DNS server knows that for this name there is a this IP address, that IP address x.x.x.x, and this IP address is a static IP address. Static. Now let me tell you here, in the whole world there are certain IP addresses. Okay, in the whole world there are certain IP addresses, and these IP addresses are allocated depends on the region and country. Understand that these IP addresses got allocated depends on the region and countries. So now when you get the IP address, that request travel to that particular IP address. Why? To the particular ISP. Let's say if this IP belong to China, so they will travel to the China's ISP's provider. Okay, through the multiple routing and fiber optics and whatever. Then it will reach to the particular IP address here. It reached to the particular IP address. Now, do you think this particular IP address is the place where you have a wiprog.com running? Do you really think so? So what is this? What is this IP address?
Load balancer.
It is a load balancer. This load balancer will do nothing but divert the traffic to one of the machine, because wiprog is not the simple server. It's running on multiple servers. So here it will redirect the traffic to the multiple, one of this, not the multiple, one of this. This will not hold the traffic. This will redirect here, or here or here or here. But load balancer has one rule, and that rule is very simple. That rule it states here IP address can be different, but port has to be same. Port has to be same. That is the rule. So if the port are different, they will not. This guy will not be able to load balance different port. One load balancer, one port. Remember. So that way, whenever you get request here, it transfer on 80 here or here or here or here or here, or 81, 81, 81, 81, like this. So that is how the load balancer works. So for the load balancer to work, you need to have a same port. IP address can be different. So this is where you are running the web server. Web server means Apache, Nginx, and so on. Now this will require to send that request to app server. App server means what? Typically we have an app server like a Tomcat, JBoss, WebSphere, WebLogic, all this. So here also you have a too many machines, not one machines you have it. Okay, so when you have a two machines, then here also we need a load balancer, because request will not be sent to all the machine but one machine. So from here it will travel to this load balancer, and load balancer will do same thing which is done on top. And again you have a database is also running on the multiple machines, the same thing will happen. Again, this is a very at high level. In the real time you will be having web server, app server, database server, login server, cache server, log server, this server, that server. So many complexity will be.
So every server will have one load balancing.
Huh? What is that?
Every server will have one load balancing here. Web server will have one. App server will have one load balancing.
Yes. Every similar kind of server will be balanced by load balancer. That means one same application, same port, different IP address, one load balance.
Rajesh, hello Rajesh, where is the DNS hosted here?
Sorry, your voice is breaking. Where is the DNS?
Hosted?
DNS, okay, this one?
Yes, where is this
This
hosted?
DNS server is a kind of server which records store the records of IP address and host name. Now the question is, who's hosting this DNS server? So this DNS server is hosted by your ISP provider. Okay, ISP is the one, like in India we have a BSNL, Airtel, Jio, and all. They have this DNS. Now let me tell you here, in the whole world there are thousands and thousands of public DNS server is there, and each DNS server they sync to each other. That means if there is a new record has come here, this DNS server will be synced to other DNS server. So that way everyone will have a same record. This is called public DNS. But guys, for your organization, you must be having private DNS also. And I don't know how many of you are doing from operations. Private DNS, that means if you hit, let's say, xyg.wipro.g.net or something like that, it will redirect to that certain IP address. So that's called private DNS. That private DNS works only within the scope of organization.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
So now let's go back to my problem, guys. So I was discussing about why Kubernetes. So the first problem which I said, if you cannot run more container in a specific host, then you have to scale. You have to run in the different host. But guys, who will manage multiple hosts? That was the problem. Second problem was, you can run container, but remember, I am not running container for you. Ultimately, we all are running container for our end user, where we run application. Who's going to access the application? End user. End user will not access this container directly. They will hit to the through DNS load balancer. Just now I explained it. They will hit to this load balancer. This guy will hit this load balancer. This guy will hit the load. So load balancer. But the question is, load balancer only can load balance if the all containers are accessible from outside, which is not possible on the same port, because you know the Docker more than me now, correct? You cannot publish a container, all four container on the same port of the node. And if you cannot publish because of the node has only one network, I explained you very well. So this guy can only load balance one, this or this or this. Did you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So if you have understood that, that means who will solve this problem? How? My question is very simple. How can we make this container accessible to the load balancer through some way? How? That's a question. How? We need some tool. How? Additional tool. Docker is not sufficient here. Docker is not helpful here. Docker will not help me to access all the containers, similar kind of container accessible to my load balancer externally. So which tool will help me? Question mark. Guys, now next problem. Now let's say, right now, think about it. Your entire website is running with 100 containers. 100 containers. And you have a 4 node, let's say 25, 25, 25. Okay, so here you are running 25. Here you are running the 25. Here you are running 25. Here you are running 25. Here you are running 25. Okay. Now, what will happen? There is some problem in this node. Okay. There is some problem in this node. And because of that problem, this 25 container got offline. So now you had, remember, you had, see here, and 25 pod when you, sorry, I'm adding pod, 25 containers, sorry, my mistake, 25 container, and 25 container, your limitation, I mean, your still utilization is, let's say, 70% of the node, 70% of the node, or 70% like this. Here you have 60%. Okay, because this is a bigger node maybe. So here this node got offline because of some reason. So suddenly the user experience got bad because you have a traffic of 100 for 100 containers. Now because of you are handling the 100 traffic on 75 containers, the user experience with applications will be not good. So what will happen? If something is down, what is happening, you know that you'll have to call the operations team. If you are sleeping at midnight, 2 o'clock, you'll be waked it up saying that no, you have to support it. You have to fix that issues. It will take a longer hours, early morning, late night. Many people might have worked in your lifetime, right? Health issues, correct? So now, is it possible, like, I should not wake you up, I should not ask you for the late night or early morning? Tool itself, because even though you fix it, it will take many hours you to fix that issue. Is there any possibility that we should have that magical tool who should fix that all issues? That means if this container is gone and then a node is gone, then they should create 5 year 5 year, 10 year, like that. Because these resources are there, no? Here. So this tool, X tool, should decide where the resources are available. Let me create this one in my cluster. Because some resources will be available, right? You are not running always at the 90% peak or 80% peak or like that. Are you getting my point? Always something will be there. So how can we, the tool itself will be intelligent to share those remaining container to the the node. Who can do that? So guys, did you understand these problems first? Forget about the solution. Did you understand the problems?
Yes. Yes, Rajesh. Yes.
Yeah. So if you have understood the problem, then we talk about the solution. So guys, these are the problems which I explained it to you, and solution is Kubernetes. Kubernetes can manage it. Nothing you have to do. Everything will be managed by Kubernetes. Everything will be managed by. So change your mindset. Change your mindset. What mindset? Guys, when you are in a Kubernetes class, you are in a production, not in a development, not in a QA. You are in production. So accordingly, you have to change your mindset. From last 2 days, we were working with the containers. I was teaching you each and every behavior of the containers very precisely. And I'm damn sure about it. If you have not done the lab, you will never understand the behavior of container. I mean, not never means you will not understand the behavior of container at least next 5 days. Because container is something which is you do and experience and feel it, then you learn. If someone is talking about an hours and hours, you will not understand. Okay, so from last 2 days you were in a pets business. Pets business means, okay, let me create my container. Let me run my container. Let me start my container. Let me stop my container. Let me troubleshoot my containers. Let me go inside a container. Let me come out of the container. Let me do this. Let me do that with my container, like you do with a pet. You have a pet, one special pet. You love him, her. Shower them, feed them, take care of this, take care of them. If something goes wrong, like health wise and stuff, you take to the doctor, get the treatment done. You get worried about it. Same thing you did with the containers also from last 2 days. But guys, now not anymore. You are in a cattle business. If you are an owner of the cattle business, that means you are an owner of the business, and the business are supposed to deliver 100 liters of milk every day. Think about it. Think about it. The business owners are supposed to deliver 100 liters of milk every day. Suddenly it become a 999 because of one cattle is not performing well. So what you will do? At any cost, you want to deliver 100 liters of milk. If some cattle are not performing and compromised to meet your target, immediately you will replace that cattle. You will not bother about why this cattle is not performing. Let me fix it and then I'll deliver 100. You cannot tell to your clients, okay, wait, I'm fixing this issue, or I'm working, wait, I'll not deliver that 100 liters of milk, I will deliver only 90 liters of milk. Why? Because one of my cattle is not well and I'm working on it. You cannot say like that. You have to deliver 100 liters of milk at any cost. So what you will do? You will replace that cattle which is not performing well with a new cattle, and make sure 100 liters of milk means 100 liters. Simple. That's the attitude of business owner. That's the attitude of your operations. That's the attitude of your production. So here, let me tell you, if some of the node are not performing, some of the containers are not performing, so who should replace all these things? You should replace with the some tools. So that kind of mindset you have to bring in this training. Did you understand what I'm trying to say here?
Yes.
Yes.
So be focused on the your desire. You don't care about it. Something is going wrong, something is going good. You will do that later offline. But your client satisfaction is at most in the production operations. Not like, okay, Ola is down, so I'm still working, I'm still working, I'm still working. You can't say Ola is down because of some server issues. This has to be up and running within a second. Why? Because if Ola is down, millions of people will not be able to use it. So guys, what is Kubernetes? These are the official keywords. What is Kubernetes? So Kubernetes is a tool to orchestrate container. When I say orchestrate, that means container. That means, see, Docker is a container management tool in the node host. But this guy can orchestrate in the multiple node. Orchestrate means the one which problem which we discussed. Scale, all these things, make it accessible for the load balancer and all. So Kubernetes is a container orchestrator at the big picture, big level. Now guys, Kubernetes is a workload placement also. What is workload placement? So I told you, remember, if that one node got down, multiple container got down, so they will recreate immediately. They will not wake you up. They will place the remaining work of the container in the different node parallelly, separately. So that way it is helping you to the place the work load in the cluster. Also, it is an infrastructure abstraction. That means you don't need to know and the complexity of the infrastructure. Yes, you don't need to know all the complexity of the infrastructure has been taken care by Kubernetes. That means how this Kubernetes will manage such a vast infrastructure, you don't need to worry about. But you can still enjoy the functionality. That's the reason, like a Borg and Omega is being used by only few engineers, and they are managing such a vast infrastructure around the globe. And Kubernetes will help you to manage the desired state. Desired state means you will tell to Kubernetes, I need 100 liters of milk. You will tell to Kubernetes, I need 100 containers. Who will help you to match the desire? That means whatever the desire you had, 100 containers. Kubernetes will do that magic. You are not doing anything. You just tell, I need 100 containers, and Kubernetes will do that. So guys, Kubernetes is a container orchestrator. Kubernetes is a workload placement. Kubernetes is abstraction, infrastructure abstraction. Kubernetes will help you to manage the desired state and manage. What is the benefit of Kubernetes? Speed of deployment. Yes. You saw that how the container is fast. Within a second, you can deploy lakhs of container. I said seconds, not minute also. Speed of the deployments. Let's say there is a big billion sales going on. Exactly traffic will be created at 12 o'clock. So 12 o'clock, my number of containers should be running, should be, let's say, till 12 o'clock 100. But the moment 12 o'clock, it should be 1000 because the traffic will be 10 times higher. How can you deploy in such a short time automatically? You will not do anything, but the tool should do that. From 100 to 1000, you can make it speed of deployment. Again, big billion sales is over. Again, 1000 to 100. How can you make it? Kubernetes will do that for you. Ability to observe changes quickly. We do the releases, right? Multiple kind of releases we do. Major releases, minor releases, service pack, patches, hot patch, multiple releases. Nowadays we do everyday releases actually, to be honest. If you look at that any software in a production based on the software as a service, almost we do everyday releases. Many organizations do the every hour releases actually. So how can we implement these releases? We can do these releases to thousands of instances of container immediately, not wasting time. Who will help me? Kubernetes. Now suddenly I found out that release which I did, patching what I did, it's not working anymore. Maybe you know that this is something which happens every time. We do the fixes, not working in the production. So we have to roll back quickly within a second. I said seconds. Yes, I am always talking about seconds in the Kubernetes. Within a second, you have to roll back. So how can you recover quickly? Ability to recover quickly. Kubernetes will do that. Hide complexity in the cluster. So these are the benefit of using Kubernetes. And so with that, guys, Kubernetes is moving fast. Lots of changes is coming up. The best way to be in this technology is to be practicing. So with that, Kubernetes architecture. So guys, so far we have understood what is Kubernetes, why Kubernetes. Next topic is how Kubernetes works. What is the Kubernetes architecture? How it works, which can bring health, wealth, happiness. How Kubernetes help you to manage your desire. How can it deploy quickly? How we can roll back quickly? How can it help you to scale? How can it help you to load balance all the containers? All these things, the answer is hidden in Kubernetes architecture. So guys, any questions so far? What is Kubernetes and why?
Rajesh, this could be a more of a layman perspective, but yeah, could you, yesterday you have showed us the pictorial representation, how exactly the container management, I mean, Docker virtually sits into a system and then creates multiple containers for us, like, sharing the PM, AP map and every other OS level capabilities. So how to represent this Kubernetes in that given architecture? I understand Docker is, maybe it is to a single PC level which you have for the representation, but if otherwise, how to place this thing? Is it a we need to see it, which is something which
I talked about Docker architecture at that time, and then I discuss all the component which you are talking about. So those stuff will be covered in the Kubernetes architecture.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks for watching. To watch our complete session, enroll for our premium membership. Click onto the join button and enroll yourself with the best suited option.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Want to study further? Subscribe to our paid membership to get a deep dive into each and every topic. Do look out for more videos in our playlist and subscribe to our DevOps School channel and hit the bell icon to learn more. Keep learning.